What's good, y'all? It's Solution back at it with another mental gym video in which I give you guys mental exercises you can use to become extremely successful and accomplish all the goals that you are after. So let's get right into it. So today I actually have something a little bit different from my normal mental exercise videos, and that is talking about personal life. And personal life, the definition I came up with for it in the context of achieving your goals is areas of your life that indirectly affect your ability to become successful, right? Indirectly. So what do I mean by that? So essentially, there's the things that you do that directly make you successful. For example, if you want to improve your ability to pass a soccer ball, the direct activities you need to do to improve that ability is passing a soccer ball. But an indirect thing that might affect your ability to pass a soccer ball is what? Your physical health. Are you healthy? Are you not sick? Like, do you have a disease that might prevent you, right? So there's things that are outside of the activities we need to do for us becoming successful that we also need to make sure are set and are going well in order to do what we need to do. And what I have come to realize of recent and more is having your personal life at its peak while working on your success in your professional life. Because we'll split it like this. So professional life is essentially the actions that you take that will lead to your success. This will usually to do with whatever you guys are trying to do for whatever goals you're trying to achieve that involve like your career path or what you're probably going to be doing to make a living or however you're going to make money. That would be your professional life. And the actions you do that directly make that money or get you the success that you were looking for, that is your professional life. And I'll split it like this for y'all to show you guys what I mean. So, right? So pro life, right? So your pro life is just essentially direct, we'll call it direct success actions, right? Right? So pro life, direct success actions, the things you need to do, the actions you have to take to achieve your goals, right? And then your personal life, right? What I have found is that it splits into 4 sections. You can let me know down in the comments if you believe like personal life fits in another section out of the 4 I'm about to list right now, but this is just what I found, right? So you have your mental health, right? Then you have your physical health, as you kind of just saw I mentioned with the example I just talked about, right? Then you have relationships, right? The relationships that you keep. And then lastly, you have your environment. And this is kind of a more interesting one, but I'm going to talk about it in a second, right? So basically, your personal life splits into your mental health, your physical health, your relationships, and your environment. And your professional life is just simply your direct success actions, the things you do that make you directly successful. So what I have learned from my own personal experiences and what I've seen from other people is that if you do not take care of your personal life as much as you take care of your professional life, and I mean, if you do not put as much effort in your personal life as you do in your professional life, it always comes to bite you in the butt in the end. And I'll give you an example of this that I feel like is simple to understand and usually the most common source of seeing this play out. You have probably seen many athletes who are good at their sport across any sport, very talented, doing everything that they need to do, putting in effort and really reaching new and newer heights with their career, right? But a lot of athletes have fallen off because of why? Because their personal life is not in order. One of these areas of their personal life are not the way that they should be, right? And they've ignored it because they're like, oh, I just need to be doing these things that are going to make me successful. And while it is necessary, as I've already described to you guys in the definition of personal life, these things indirectly affect your ability to become successful. It might not be direct, but it's still an effect. It doesn't matter if it's direct or indirect, there's still an effect there. And if this thing, your personal life, can get in the way of your success, then you need to do whatever you need to do to make sure it doesn't do that. Because you could put in all the work, you could be doing all the actions, you could be doing all the right things, But if somewhere here is extremely fucked up, or if all of these are extremely fucked up, the likelihood you're going to reach your goals and the success that you want is really, really low, guys. And that's why this is more different from my mental exercise, because my normal mental exercises, because usually I talk about a concept that you can use to become extremely successful and break it down into actionable steps. This is more of just an understanding video, guys. Like, you need to not ignore these areas of your life. You can't afford to ignore them, because somewhere along the line, it will get in the way of your success. It does not matter how well you are doing in your professional life. If this personal life is fucked up, it will take attention away. And fucked up does not always mean everything is going crazy or is destroyed. I mean, if there is any frustration in any of these areas, attention is going there. Because think about two people competing for something. The guy who has his personal life completely in order because he's put in effort to make sure it's in order while he works hard on his goals. And then you have another guy whose personal life is not in order, but he is also working hard on his goals. Who do you think is going to last the test of time? Who do you think is going to stay consistent for longer and keep going hard in their professional life? Obviously, the guy who has their personal life in order. Why? Because when your personal life, there's issues in it, your attention is going to flow there. Some attention and frustration is going to be there, right? When your mental health is not good, it does not matter how good you are or whatever you're doing to achieve your goals, right? If you're like schizophrenic, basically, you're seeing colors and stuff, that is probably going to get in the way of you being able to achieve your goals. For your physical health, bruh, if you have a terminal illness that leaves you bedridden, how are you going to do the direct success actions? How are you going to do the things that are directly going to make you successful if you are in a bed and you are bedridden and you have an illness, right? So you can't afford to ignore your physical health. For relationships, I'll go back to like the athlete example. There's probably a lot of athletes that you've heard of that have really successful at their sport, doing what they need to do, but they still stick around the wrong crowd. They still stick around the wrong people, right? Or the wrong people still have access to them. And because of that, they get into scandals, domestic, whatever issues, and might even just get killed by somebody who hates them or doesn't like them. And just since you're still connected to a past of environment of people who are not good people, or you still have relationships with people who are not good people, boom, you die. Like, that is horrible. An environment, what I mean more about environment, this is why I said this is going to be kind of the more interesting one. So environment, I just mean the areas in which you reside in. Are you confident in the areas that you are staying in? Let's just take your room, for example. When you walk into your room, are you happy to walk into your room? Is there anything in your room that is making you frustrated? Meaning, for example, is it unclean? And clean can mean a lot of things, guys. I just mean, is your room organized in a way that you think benefits you most, that you are happy and proud of? Would you bring other people into your room and be completely happy? I'm not saying you guys should care what other people think, but I'm saying, are you confident and certain in the environment you are in? No matter how small that environment is, because I know you guys are all in different circumstances, but the environment that you call yours, that you were in, right? Are you confident in it? Is it organized in a way that you appreciate it? Your car, for example, is it organized in a way that you appreciate it? Your bathroom, is it organized in a way that you appreciate? I'm saying this because what I've started to learn more and more and more is these things take away attention if they're not in order, guys. If you walk into your room and you're frustrated about how unclean it is and you don't clean it, you're wasting attention, because you could take care of your room, make sure it's clean, or what I mean is make sure it is organized in a way that benefits you, so then you could actually make sure to put all your attention back into your success actions. And that's the whole point of taking care of your personal life, guys, because just taking care of this will not make you successful, obviously, but making sure this is taken care of will increase the likelihood that you will be successful, right? Because when you take care of your mental health, when you take care of your physical health, when you take care of the relationships that you have, and you take care of your environment, nothing will get in the way of all your attention going towards the actions that are going to make you successful. And that's where I want all of your guys' attention, focus, and energy and mindset to go towards. Doing the shit that makes you successful. Because at the end of the day, that's what matters. So you want to do whatever you can to increase the likelihood, right? that you're going to do the things that are actually going to make you successful, right? Obviously, guys, I'm not saying there's zero chance you become successful if some of these areas, one or two of them, or if all of them are not at their peak potential. I'm not saying that. At the end of the day, you have to do the direct actions to become successful. But I'm here to make you guys or give you guys advice that I believe has worked for me and can work for y'all to become extremely successful. I'm not going to give you guys sly advice like, oh, I mean, this could be okay and you still become successful. I want to make sure you guys are doing everything in your power to give you guys as much opportunity as possible. There's already so many things in life we can't control, guys. And I want you guys to stack as many chips in your favor as possible because life is already hard. Is already hard, right? Because there's so many things we can't control. We're just thrown into this world. We're just born into this world, hella complexity, hella shit going on, and we're forced to just learn fast. Right? So I want to stack as many chips in your favor by telling you guys like, hey, your mental health, that shit matters. Your physical health, that shit matters. The relationships you keep and the dynamics of those relationships, that shit matters. Your environment, meaning the places you reside or you call your own, that shit matters. I don't want you guys to be frustrated about your guys' environment. I want you guys to take care of that shit so you can get attention back. I don't want you guys to have relationships or not understand certain relationship dynamics that you have because that shit will cause frustration. And those people can actually hurt your ability to become successful. And you don't want that to happen. Right? So I want you guys to take care of those issues. Either walk away from the relationships, or for some of you guys I know are in circumstances where maybe you're in a house and you don't have great relationships with the people who you live with. I get it, right? So what you need to do is accept who they are, right? Because you probably won't change them. Accept who they are and find ways to work around them. Either try to not see them as much, work around them, be out the house more, whatever you need to do to make sure the relationship is not causing you unnecessary frustration and taking away attention from the shit that is actually going to make you successful. Whatever you have to do. And in any other scenario, just walk away from relationships. Just walk away from it. You could either talk to the person, tell them like, hey, I'm walking away from this. This isn't good for me. Or just straight up walk away. Whatever you have to do, get out of the relationship. It is not worth the attention. That all should be going to your success and your physical health, of course, guys. If you feel like you are fat, if you feel like you are overweight, if you feel like your hygiene is ass, any of these areas, if you feel like your nails are unclean, your toenails are unclean, your teeth aren't clean, your hair is not taken care of, your skin is not taken care of, whatever the shit is, take care of it, guys, because these things will take many attention away. I don't want you guys to get frustrated by these things. If you take care of them, you get good at taking care of these things. You see, the thing is, your mental health and physical health and relationships environment, you will continuously have to take care of these things in the same way that you have to consistently do the actions that are going to make you successful. But the only way you get good at taking care of your personal life, guys, is by practicing taking care of your personal life. Because the more you take care of it, the better you get at taking care of it. And you know exactly what standards or what way you need to organize yourself to maximize these areas of your personal life, which is what I want you guys to do. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect when you first start taking care of these areas, guys. But what I am saying is as you keep taking care of it, you're going to get better. That's how you get better at anything. That's how you acquire any skill, right? You have to keep practicing. You have to keep understanding and building more depth of knowledge about these things in your life. And then last but not least, once again, your mental health, guys. And the beautiful thing is my channel is really great for helping out your mental health because, it's called the Mental Gym. At least from all the mental exercises that I have made, it's personally helped me a lot, even making the videos in terms of improving my own mental health, because I'm able to think through all of these difficult things way easier and kind of accept all these realities that make the way I have to think through things about myself personally way simpler. Because obviously for a lot of guys out there, your mental health is messed up because you have all of these beliefs and perceptions and you think about all these things in these different ways that end up hurting you, right? And obviously I believe by watching my videos, I really believe you can navigate these different areas of your life that are going to lead you down a path that will make you successful and ultimately have you be more fulfilled and be confident in your mind, right? I want you guys to be confident in these areas as much as you are confident in the areas of doing the actions of becoming successful. You need to go as hard as possible in your professional life, be putting as much effort here, but be putting as much effort here as well. Because these still are connected. Your professional life, your direct success actions are what matter and is what will make you successful at the end of the day. But you need to take care of these areas because if you ignore them, they will get in the way. And I'd much rather you guys put yourself at your almost peak human potential by having your personal life A1, cold as fuck. Your environments are great. The relationships you keep are all understood. You know where you stand with all of them and you understand all the dynamics. Your physical health is amazing. You're in shape. Your hygiene is great. Your hair is great. Your style is great. Whatever you eat, it's all just great. You feel good. You're taking medication. You're taking your vitamins. Whatever you got to do to take care of your physical health so you're in peak potential. And then, of course, taking care of your mental health, because mental health, obviously now I've recently a lot more people talk about it, but it's really underrated. If you can master your mental health, your mind is in the right place. It even will amplify your ability to take care of these other areas because everything starts with the mind, guys. So if you take care of your mind, it will increase your ability to take care of your physical health, your relationships, and your environment. So yeah, guys, that is pretty much my personal life mental exercise. If you guys kind of want me to go more in depth about mental health, physical health, relationships, and environment, please let me know down in the comments. I'll definitely make future individual videos about them if you guys believe it will help you guys out for increasing the likelihood you become successful. But obviously in this video, I just wanted to talk about personal life from a general perspective because I wanted to like simplify it so I feel like it'd be easier for you guys to understand what I'm trying to say and communicate to you guys. Like you have this personal life that you cannot afford to ignore. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter how well you're doing in your professional life, these areas of your personal life, if you ignore them for too long, will get in the way. If you ignore your mental health, it will get in the way eventually. If you ignore your physical health, it will get in the way eventually. If you ignore your relationships, it will get in the fucking way eventually. If you ignore your environment, it will get in the way. So you might as well make it conscious, focus on it, take care of it while taking care of your goals, and you'd be able to really reach your maximum potential output and doing the things that are going to help you become extremely successful. So please give me feedback on this. If you liked it, let me know down in the comments. You're like, yep, this was great. Made a lot of sense. Very simple. I'm going to start making sure I'm actively taking care of these areas of my life to make sure I can work harder on my goals. Or you could say, nope, this was horrible. You probably could have explained it way better, given better examples. I still don't understand it. You could have simplified it more. You kind of were talking too much. You were talking too little. Whatever you guys need to say, drop it down in the comments. All the feedback will help me become a better YouTuber, make better mental exercises that you guys can use to become extremely successful. And if you liked it, going back to that, please, please, please like the video, boost this in the algorithm so more guys can see this and make sure they are not ignoring their personal life. They're actually taking care of it and going as hard on it as they are for doing the things or for doing the actions that will help them become successful. And with all that being said, I guess I'll catch you guys in the next Mental Gym video. Peace.